dear, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing two things. I'm going to do a VR first for Bex Crafts. Bex is doing a Road to 400 giveaway. This challenge closes on the 15th of December, and what she would like you to do, she's doing a point system this time. So if you do a VR for her, you get 1 point. I think also sharing on the social media. If you send her an ATC, that gains you a point. If you do a sequin mix, that's another point. The 5 points for an embellishment box, and the colour scheme, I think for the sequins and the embellishment box and ATC would be purple, pink, turquoise, mint, gold, yellow, black and white. I think I've got that right. I will include a link to the video below in the description box, so go across to Bex's video to make sure I've got all the information correct. There's two prizes. First prize is £30 into a PayPal account. Second prize is £25. It's open UK and international, and if she reaches 400 subscribers before the 15th of December, she will have a third prize as well. I think I've covered everything there, but please go over to Bex's channel and subscribe and have a look at the giveaway video. It's a great way to support another crafter. Okay, so that was the first thing I wanted to do. Secondly, now what I'm going to do is my Woolly Steph Art Club prompt for this time, which is vintage, and I thought I'd try and do it on camera. So I've got a really good idea of what I want to do. I entered Mel's birthday challenge not that long ago, Mel of Mellis Makes, and I made a postcard, 6x4 postcard in the vintage style using a Tim Holtz paper doll, and it had a real vintage look about it, and I really enjoyed making it. And obviously I sent it off to Mel. I didn't video me showing it or anything. I did take one photograph of it, and I really enjoyed making it, and I kind of miss looking at it. So I thought, well, for this prompt, I know it's smaller, it isn't as wide as the postcard, but I would try and condense it down and make another one very similar. So I'm going to start with my 4x4 piece of card. I've already cut down a piece of sort of pattern paper. It came with the Indigo Blue magazine. It was the Poppies one, and I just like the subdued colour on there, so I'm just going to stick that down on there using my very hit and miss rollerball glue. I say rollerball, it's not, it's just roller double-sided glue. And I'm just going to stick that down as best I can on there. I'm just going to trim that down. It doesn't have to be perfect, but okay. And then I'm going to use the Distress Ink Vintage Photo with my blender and just go around the outside. I think this instantly gives anything a vintage sort of feel. I love this. I use this a lot. Okay. Right, next what I'm going to do, I'm going to bring in my stamping platform for this. And I'm going to use this stamp here, which is just a really good background stamp. And I'm just going to position it as best I can over there. And I'm going to use the Dovecraft Cocoa Brown pigment ink. I'm just going to as much of it on there as I can. This is just the background, so it doesn't really have to be perfect. Okay. Just give that a little wipe down. Oh, it already has a brown tinge about it, this one. I must use it with the brown ink later on. Okay. Alright. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this stamp, the All and Create Frame Details stamp. This one's a really good one for a sort of background stamp as well. I'm going to position it about there. Just stick this down. This stamp's quite sticky, although it's getting better the more I use it. I'm going to use the VersaFine Clair in Nocturne. Just apply as much of this as I can to get a good background. That's it. There we go. So it's not, that's okay though. As I say, it is just the background vintagey look, so that's fine. And next I'm going to use this stamp, which is another All and Create one. This one is Through the Meadows by Tracy Evans. Love this stamp, really versatile stamp, huge stamps. I very rarely use the actual whole stamp. I'm going to use this one. Sorry for the noise. Right, I'm going to move my little demon magnets to that side. These are lethal. I'm just going to position about there. Again, I'm going to use the black ink. Okay, I'll press this one down. I'll give it CPR, as Ashley says. See how that's not too bad. So not brilliant, but again, it's just a background vintagey look, which is what we're after. Okay, so that's the stamping done. So I can get rid of the stamping platform. Alright, so this is what we've got so far. Now, I've already found a little paper doll, and I've found these butterfly wings with the Works set, packs of them. I've got quite a few of those. Perfect size, not the same as the one I used in Mel's birthday giveaway, but I still think it creates a nice image, and she sits quite nicely there. So she's covering up quite a bit of the stamp, so it really doesn't matter about the stamp not stamping 100%. I've also cut out the vintage prompt off the sheet of paper that Woolly Steph kindly allowed us to print off. So I'll probably put that about there maybe. So what I need to do now is the flower. There was some flowers I seem to remember on the one I did for, yeah, because that's got the pink still on it. See if I get a little acrylic block, and I'm going to use the same again. I think it's just the hot pink in the Dovecraft again, and we'll position some flowers. So I have one there, so they stand out quite nicely. I'll maybe put one up in that corner, and then maybe one more in that corner. Okay. Right. So now what I need to do is, there was some cogs on the other one, so I used this stamp set for that. I think I'll probably use that one on the bigger one, but I'll use this one. And I'll use the Versamark stamp for this. Oh, stay on there. Okay, I don't know whether this will work, but if I just take her off there a moment, and we'll just have a cog on there, and just lost its stickiness, and one on there, and be one there. Right, so what I'll use for this is the Cosmic Shimmer embossing powder in the sort of bronze. So where did I put them? Did I put one there? I can't remember where I put them now. And then did I put one there? The glitter will find them, I'm sure. I'll take off my little vintage. Right, what I'm going to do now, because obviously that the black ink of the stamp and everything wasn't dry, so I'll just brush that off there, because we only really want it on the cogs. Right, yep, that's fine. So what I'll do now is I'll pause you, I'll go and use my heat gun to emboss, to do the embossing on those, and then I'll come back. Right, that's the bronze embossing done. Now what I'm going to do is stick down the paper doll onto the page. I'm just going to position her about there. She's got such a sad little face. Some of these paper dolls, I like them, but some of them are quite sad expressions on their faces, haven't they? Okay, I'm just going to add a bit more glue up. Should be enough to put down. I'll put that about there. I quite like the way she's sticking up quite a little bit on there. And then last, I'm going to use these Nuvo Vintage Drops, which are a grey sort of matte, just for the centre of the flower. And then I'll allow them to dry, give them plenty of time before I actually stick it into the book. There we are. So that's my vintage page for Woolly Steph's Art Club for this fortnight, and I'll just be adding it. My little birds there of napkin birds have got creased, but I'll be placing it there in the book. Great, pleased with that. Right, well that's all for today. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.